Hi everyone, happy Friday, happy evening Friday. I hope you've had a nice day. I hope you're enjoying, I was saying enjoying the weekend, but it hasn't happened yet. I hope you're enjoying the idea of that we're entering into the weekend if you're not working. And if you are working, then enjoy that too. I'm sure it's getting to where you need to be. Welcome to Friday. This is Through the Hermit's Door. Another installment, another little snippet of a discussion that isn't tarot. But guys, we do have these cards here, which is the word cards, and they just fit so beautifully. They just fit so wonderfully with these little segments. It's just, I love it. And I hope you love it as well, because as I really enjoy putting them together. Somebody messaged me asking, how do I word what I'm going to say? And I just want to say, I don't script what I'm going to say. I, off the cuff, press record, and then just have that open vessel, similar to how I do my lives. And then, yeah, that's how it goes. Hence why I can't say some words properly, and I fluff up my words, and I don't press record, as in re-record, start again. Let it organic, be organic. Anyway, so I'm going to talk about what I'm going to talk about this evening. And then we will do a card and see what's coming up, word card. And I also feel compelled to do one of these cards. Now, these are interesting. This is a bit of an eclectic mist. See? Exactly. Proves my point exactly. This is an eclectic mist. It's not a mist, clearly. It's cards. Mix of different messages. Some are timelines. Some are affirmations. And with the word, let's just see how it's going to play out. I'm only human, guys, as well. You know how it is. Anyway, what am I going to talk about? Trusting the universe. How do we trust the universe? You knew I was going to talk about this at some point. Here it is now, okay? So we've talked about the heart energy. We've talked about letting go. And, you know, you watch my videos, hopefully. You see my tarot videos. It's all about the universe. We are part of the universe. Everything is part of the universe. The music I'm playing, my cup of tea, the cards in front of me, it's all part of the universe. The thing we struggle with is trusting it. And the thing we struggle with is having a fear of the thing we don't want to happen. That's the main blockage for why we don't roll with it, why we don't trust the universe, why don't we get into the flow, get into the groove of things. Because the thing that stops it, if trusting the universe was like somebody asking you to shut a door, what you've done is you put a doorstop in there and it can't shut. No matter how much you try and go, I'm shutting the door now. I'm shutting the door now. That doorstop will always be there, and it will always stop the process of that door getting shut. Okay? You have to remove that doorstep, and I'm going to go into that. Okay? So trusting the universe. Firstly, what is the universe? Like I said, it's all energy, everything. We are stardust, guys. We are a small fraction of this amazing, beautiful, unique, profound planet, space, other planets, galaxies. There's no such thing as time. This video is like not even a millisecond in the grand scheme of how the universe looks at things. And when people say, oh yeah, trust the process, trust the universe, trust divine timing, that's all the same thing. We go, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to trust the universe. I'm just going to feel real positive today. Trust the universe. And then what happens is, nothing happens that we want, and then we fall down and out. We go and get a glass of wine and think, oh, whatever, what will be will be. But what we're doing is we are lowering our vibration at the same time, okay? So trusting the universe is more than just saying, right, I trust it now. What's going to happen? Trusting the universe is becoming vulnerable to the universe, and trusting the universe is not knowing how things are going to turn out. Yes, it's great, guys, to have an idea of what you want to happen, especially with a personal relationship, job, colleagues, whatever that is, and wanting a certain outcome. Yes, great. Identify what you want. What isn't trusting the process is either manipulating that, and what I mean by that is sometimes we can say we're trusting the universe, but we might say certain things to get to where we need to be, or we might put certain pictures up on social media for a certain amount of attention. That isn't organic, and that is manipulating the universe, and that is showing that you don't trust it. Okay, but more on that in a minute. And just being organic with that, so trusting the universe. And then, if you say to yourself, yes, I'm going to trust the universe, I'm going to see what happens, just see what happens. Nothing happens half the time, does it? If you're being honest, if you have tried to trust the universe, how many times have you reverted back and not said to yourself, I don't trust the universe, but the faith element isn't there? Does it take something really miraculous to happen for you to trust the universe? Does it take for you to be in a good place for you to trust the universe? And I'll tell you something now. The more out of place you are, and the more in place, I guess, you trust the universe, that's where miracles happen. People who are in good places and still let things happen are in natural alignment, so things happen organically. The minute you're not in that place where you need to be, the minute you are at a lower vibration but still put all your trust in the universe, without what I was saying, without any manipulation, whatever shape or form that is, it comes to you in such beautiful ways. We have to learn lessons. We have to learn lessons with certain things. Karma. Our own karma. Things won't go right. Things will go pear-shaped. Things can seem to crash all around us. But they're the best times to trust the universe, because you don't want to stay in that place for too long, and you will do if you keep questioning hows, whens, whys. The minute we try to dissect something is the minute that the universe says, oh, he or she doesn't trust what I'm doing, I'm going to put the pause button on this. And then what you'll find, everything seems to be happening to other people except for you. Or it's really, really slow for you. Or you're doing your best to be positive, you're doing your best to be mindful, you're doing your best to keep in your healthy routines, and nothing happens. Why? Because the subconscious energy of trusting the universe isn't in alignment. It was Alan Watts who said, I love Alan Watts. I love Alan Watts. I'll tell you something now. He does an amazing talk on trusting the universe, and I will put that in this description. And he says it's so much more articulate than, he was a philosopher for a start. The best way to be at one with the universe is to trust it. That's difficult sometimes. It's a bit like letting go, isn't it? That's not an easy process. But to trust the universe is one of the greatest gifts you can give to yourself, because it becomes so much easier. Waiting for something to happen isn't trusting the universe. Doing something to get a balance back in isn't trusting the universe. Being vulnerable and not knowing how things are going to work out is trusting the universe. And when you become in that moment, you get what I call the star card energy, which is that karmic gift, that karmic wish, and all that heavenly glory that's been watching you all this time. The universe comes to you in such beautiful ways. In the face of adversity and any kind of challenging times, when we don't know how things are going to work out, that is the peak time to trust the universe. How do you do it? Well, let me take a sip of my tea and I'll tell you. I'm just going to say also about signs about when you start to trust the universe about certain things that you're going to start to see. Now, people who have everything great, people who have a great job, great salary, great partner, kids, whatever makes them happy, don't think about trusting the universe, because they unknowingly, subconsciously allow it to happen anyway. People who go on and on and on and on about trusting the universe, I say it because obviously it's something I talk about. I'm a tarot reader. It's part of the process. People go, well, I'm going to trust the universe today, I'm going to see what happens, are in a place in their life where they want something to be fixed, where they want something to be better, where they want something to elevate. And whilst that's normal, don't feel bad if you're at that place. Have a conscious moment of acknowledging the universe, but don't stay in that, I'm trusting the universe, I'm trusting the universe. Because that's a constant reassurance that you feel you need. And when we need constant reassurance, we're in a place of lack. When we're in a place of lack, we're in a place of that negative frequency. That negative frequency meaning a lower vibration. And all the good stuff, guys, is at the top here. But when you're here going, yeah, I'm going to trust the universe, I'm going to trust the universe, it doesn't happen. It's called being out of your vortex. You need to get in your vortex. Whatever you want, job, relationships, money, home, whatever, is all in a beautiful vortex. And you're just out here. By constantly saying to yourself, I'm going to trust the universe, I'm going to trust the universe, that door is never going to click. There's always going to be that stopper there. That stopper is your mind. That stopper is your lack of faith. That stopper is you not believing something until you see it. And this takes time. Again, this is a process. Like most things I talk about, guys, it's all a process. I have refused tarot readings for some people because they want one a week later and then a week after that. And what that is doing, that isn't trusting the process. You could say to somebody, yes, this is going to happen at this time. And if they want one a week later, guaranteed that prediction is going to go so much more into the future, because they're not putting their faith in the unseen, and they're not putting their faith in the universe. They're doubting it. They're questioning, when is it going to happen? Even though they've been told, they've had a form of divination, which is a form of the universe speaking to you, that this is the likely outcome, that this is going to happen, that this is part of the blueprint of your destiny. Somebody who constantly needs that reassurance, again, like I was saying, the universe says, clearly, you don't trust the process. You don't trust in me. I'm going to keep it more into the future for you until you get to that point where, not waving the white flag, nothing like that, but that point of whatever. What will be, will be. That point of no resistance. And that's the key. Have you ever got to the point where you've waited to hear from somebody, and then or a job or whatever, and you keep checking, nothing happens. The minute you don't give two hoots, is when it comes in. The minute you don't care about what another person or energies think about you, you get the right relationship. And guaranteed, the one who you wanted will also come in as well. But you'll see the wood for the trees. Because what happens is, you get into your vortex, you get into your vibration, and you weren't hung up on an outcome. You trusted the universe, even by default, because you even got sick of a certain situation. Can you see how it works? When you get tired of a situation and you actually do not have an attachment to an outcome of how things are going to turn out, that's trust in the universe, because you're not focused on how things are going to turn out. You're not focused on an outcome. You're not focused on a certain scenario. You're not focused on how you're going to feel if it doesn't happen. You're not focused on how you're going to feel if it does happen. You put trust in the universe. And you don't always say, that's it, I'm going to put trust in the universe now. You just get on with it. The organic energy, the fluidity that you let that happen gets you what you want. I see it a million times. Somebody's wanting to hear from somebody. And they go, I don't know where I stand anymore. I don't know what to do. Do I keep doing this? And what they're doing is, even though they're not hearing from somebody, they're still holding space. You know that vortex? They think that person is in their vortex when it really isn't. And they have an attachment to an outcome. They think, how is this going to happen? To the point where they think, I don't care anymore. The minute they think, I don't care anymore, they're in their vibrational frequency, and they've trusted the universe with how things are going to turn out. Two things will happen. Either that person or situation will manifest in the way that they wanted, or a better situation will come up. Either way, you get your glory days. Whatever happens, whatever your situation. When you say, for example, I'm just trying to think of a situation here. For example, actually, this is a good one. When you are changing jobs and you really want one job and you're not too fussed on the other one, which one do you always get offered? It's the one you're not fussed about. Why? Because there's no energy going into it. There's no outcome. There's no hinging on that. There's no, I really, really want that. There's no clutching. The universe doesn't like any clutches, guys. And you didn't think, oh, I hope I get that, and then try and think of all the things that could go wrong or all the things that could go right. There was no attachment to an outcome. That's why things you don't really want come to you so much more easy. It's making a conscious effort to know what you want and trusting you will get it. That's difficult because your mind can't always work out how things are going to turn out. This is why I say a lot of the time to a lot of people, don't figure out the hows, whens, whys. Because the minute you do that, you're not trusting the universe. What you can do is you can write down exactly what you want, who you want, the type of person you want, the type of job you want, the exact salary you want. And then leave it. Know it's coming in. Thank the universe every single day if you want to. What you're doing is you're lassoing your desire. Trusting the universe is bringing it in. Not trusting the universe is still having a hold of it, but there's no movement to making it coming in for you. And there's a big misconception that if we keep saying to ourselves, yeah, trust the universe, I'm just going to see how things play out, you know. And then 2 minutes later, we're looking at our phone to see if we've heard from someone, or an email to see if we've got that job. That isn't trusting the universe. Let things be. The more we have to think about something, the less we're trusting. Give up. Not to your goals, dreams, or visions, but give up on that sense of attachment. Give up on I'll be happy when mentality. The minute you drop those and actually be in the moment and think, sod it, what will be will be. I'm happy now, whatever the outcome. Trust me, magic starts to happen. But you've got to be genuine with that as well. A little tip I tell anyone is what you really want, what you really, really, really want. Write it all down. And then read it once every 30 days. Once a month. Just for 1 month to begin with. See how you get on. Because you're retraining your brain. You're connecting to the universe, but with baby steps. But there's no sense of desperation. The universe hates desperation, guys. You never get what you want in a desperate state. But by reading what you want in a list form, say just before you go to bed, that's different because it's a ritual, it's a practice, it's a reaffirmation, and you're more likely to feel good about that and trust it more than if you were just willy-nilly every single day in their frantic state, subconscious state. I'm going to trust this, or I'm not too sure why that's happened, but I'm going to see why, see what the universe is going to say. It won't happen, and nothing will be clear for you. Be happy in the now. Be happy in the moment. And when people say trust the process, it doesn't mean always saying, right, trust the process. It means that only trust the process, trust the universe. And there's a bigger tapestry, there's a bigger scene that you can't see. But let it go. I trust the process. I don't know how so-and-so is going to turn out. That situation is going to turn out. But I know my greater good will never let me down. I know that the universe has a greater plan for me. I know that my creativity and my spiritual lessons that I've learned, there's a greater reason for that. So however things turn out, I trust that. Didn't always. I was hung up on so much stuff. And all I was doing was halting the process. Raise your vibration as much as possible. Put on some loud music. Dance. Tidy your home. Rearrange stuff. Shift the frequency. Shift your mindset from what you want to happen to just trusting it will happen. Know the universe has a great plan for you. Try it. Instead of saying to yourself, I trust the process, I trust the universe, get out of that mindset and get closer to your vortex by writing down the things that you want to happen for your greatest good and reading it every night before you go to bed out loud if you can, or if not, if say you've got people around you in your mind, for 30 days. That energy, like I said, is different because it's a refocus on a positive level and you're less likely to overthink than if you're just swirling and catching your own tail. Get some structure with trusting the process. It's amazing what happens. It really, really is. Everyone has a blueprint of their destiny. How you get there is down to you. Free will is an amazing thing. But the more you're like a flowing stream, the happier you'll be. Try writing it down and repeating it every night for 30 days. Switch up from being in a need state, in a lack state, to being in a knowing state. That's the key. That's a switch up to trusting the process. And you'll understand why people who seem to have things so easily, get what they want, don't question the process. They just know it's going to come in. But love yourself first. Don't second guess anyone or anything. Because if you're in that place of lack, in that place of misunderstanding, you'll only see from a filtered perception of what your mind wants you to see, that fear state. And that's never real. I hope that made some sense for you guys. 222 as I said that. 222. What is coming up for everybody? What is the word coming in? Wow, they've all fallen over. So I'm going to shuffle them again. What is... Thank you. Look, guys. Mastery. You are the master of your own game. You are the master of your mind. Right in front of her, she's got the key. She trusts that key will open the door that's meant for her. Him or her, it's not gender specific, it's all about the energy. Don't you just love how these cards just talk? It's just, I mean, there's, what, 50 cards here? Mastery. She's beautiful. Master your thinking, master your mind, master the knowing of the unseen. And what I mean by that is, just because we can't see it, we know it's there. We know that, you know, there's a dark side of the moon. We can't see it, but we know it's there. And just because it's in the dark doesn't mean it's negative. What's meant for you will be for you. Trust that process. Don't hang on to anyone or anything or an idea or an outcome. That is stopping you. It's the universe putting a freeze button on what you want to happen. That's why I say to people, do the writing it down for 30 days, reading it out loud, because it's small steps. And it's steps of enthusiasm, which helps you get into your vortex. My hair looks really short, but it's not. It's all up in a little bun. Anyway, so I'm going to see one's flown out there. I'm going to see if there's another one. It's funny what just speaks to you sometimes, guys. What decks? And of course, as you know, I have 8 trillion decks. Right, I think it's just that one. Only because they're coming out in funny ways, and there's one... Oh, actually, no, that's come up to you. Right. Success. Now, mastery and success are not little words, are they? They're not words of, yeah, you can do it, I guess, if you put your mind to it. That yes, and this has got an explanation mark at the end of it. Success will be yours, guys. Success is yours. Know it's coming in. Trust, 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 trust. Do not compare your life to others. Do not compare your situation to how things were before. Compare your energy to your mind, how your body feels, how your heart feels. That's what's important. The other card, your guides want you to ask your angels. This is the same thing as writing it down. You know, I said, write it down, everything you want. You could even say, dear angels, every day for 30 days, strengthen that golden cord. The more you strengthen that golden cord, the more you automatically start to trust. And you will find yourself, you'll think, I haven't even thought about this. And it's come to me. Also, what's interesting, the things we want in a state of lack are never the things we end up with. Because our mind thinks, oh my God, what was I thinking? Trust me. Guys, that is through the Hermit's door on Friday. Hermit's over there. He's just taken his shoes off and he's just put them by the fire. He's just poking the fire now. He's closing the door. And he said, just trust the universe. Trust it. Okay. That's what he said. Anyway, I'm doing a Sunday tarot video on Sunday morning. No fixed sign, no fixed subject. Guys, it's lovely, lovely doing these videos and for you to watch them, interact. I appreciate all your likes and shares. It's wonderful that we're talking about such amazing subjects. I love it. And I don't know what next Friday is going to be. I don't know until usually last minute. Sometimes it comes to me in a dream, in a meditation, or just when I'm making a cup of tea. Just have that always open, you know. Anyway, you have a beautiful weekend, whatever you're doing. You will be hearing from me in between. But to book a private reading with me, half an hour or an hour, you can just message me direct. Until then, guys, stay safe, look after yourselves, take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.